Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Got off to a little later start here than normal. Had a busy night last night. I had to go videotape a couple bands at different locations in town, so I didn't get home till really late last night and had to do some work when I get home, so I slept a little later this morning, but that's the way it goes. 64 degrees out here this morning, 64 degrees. Expecting the highs today to only get up to about 84, 85. Now, according to the morning weather, the water temperature is 79 degrees. The front gate says 84. The news says 79. I think it's cooler than 84. Good morning, Elsie. The buzzard down there. Elsie says there's a buzzard flying around down here. Or maybe a dead buzzard. We'll see what it is. Breezy. I see the flags blowing, so it's going to be chilly out here. Clear skies all day today. Clear skies. That'd be nice. We'll go see what that water looks like. Thanks for tuning in here. According to the latest map that FWC published with the red tide, it looks like the levels might have gone down a little bit here. Still dealing with the red tide, though. Still dealing with the red tide. Where's all the fishermen? A little cool weather chasing them away. Out here at the end when that wind kicks in, really cools things down. There was buzzards up here, and she was right. There must be some dead fish up here that they're eating or something. Buzzards, vultures, whatever the heck you call them. Big ugly blackbirds. At some dead fish up here. Well, good for them. Keep the beach clean. Well, I can't wait to see what Roy looks like this morning. He's probably all bundled up. He's probably got that dead old animal hat on. His old down jacket with the feathers popping out of it. Held together with duct tape. I'm not seeing any signs of new dead fish on the beach, just old ones. Some old stuff that the buzzards were eating there. Haven't seen any dead fish here. There's a lot of buzzards here. There's a lot of buzzards over on the other side of the pass. A lot of them. Those are all buzzards. Buzzards cleaning up off the beach. That's fine with me. Out of the shade and back out into the sun here. I'm not getting any whiffs of the red tide, not smelling anything out here. Smells good. So far, so good. We'll see what it's like when we get further down the beach. Gorgeous morning, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Fall has finally arrived in Southwest Florida. Finally. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for fall. What a difference from yesterday morning, huh? Yesterday, all overcast, windy, raining. Not this morning. Absolutely beautiful out here. Mornings like this is what you pay the big bucks for. This is what you pay the big bucks for. Hi. Get behind the trees, get out of that breeze. I'll start heading down the beach here. Go find, I know Roy's here. I saw his car. Go see where he's at. See what the rest of the beach looks like this morning. See if any of our other beach friends are out here. Or if they're sitting at home pretending they're at the beach watching this, drinking coffee. What a nice change in temperature. What a nice change. Man. It was 61 earlier this morning. 64 when I walked out onto the beach. Again, it's only going to get up to about 84 today, maybe 85. Finally, a day not in the 90s. Love it. Supposed to have clear skies, according to the predictions right now. Clear skies all day, but you never know. Some clouds can roll in. But it is nice and crisp out this morning. Nice and crisp. And that water temperature, the weatherman on TV said 79 degrees, said the Gulf is 79. However, the sign at the front gate still says 84, but it's been dropping over the past week. There's no way that water's still up to 84 degrees. Any of our osprey friends up here in the pine tree? I don't see them up there. I don't see any ospreys up there. I actually didn't see a whole lot of birds up at the pass this morning. Those buzzards. Those ugly old buzzards. Vultures. We've got the turkey vultures. They got those big old red things hanging down off their face. They are really ugly creatures. Those didn't have that. I think they were just regular old buzzards. Ooh, I can smell the red tide in here. I can definitely smell red tide up in here. For some reason, I always get a whiff of it up here. If it's around, that's where I smell it. Up around these trees. Might have something to do with the trees and the waves breaking in here. There's always more wave action up here. So that probably puts it in the air. Definitely got a couple whiffs of it there. So hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a friend, a follower, a supporter. If you're not a supporter, you're not going to be able to watch these beach walks during the week. You're going to need to become a supporter of Southwest Florida Television to watch my weekday morning beach walks, to watch them live, to participate in the comments. So if you're not a supporter, you should really consider becoming one today. If you enjoy these morning walks and the time together with our friends. This is really more than just a beach walk. It's a time to get online and chat with your friends. Make new friends. Meet people from other states, other countries. We've got friends from all around the world that watch us. And we've become a pretty tight-knit family. A wonderful group of people here watching. Wonderful. So proud to be able to call you friends. Yesterday, by late afternoon, it was absolutely gorgeous here by late afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful sky, beautiful clouds in the sky. That ugly rain moved on. It was just absolutely gorgeous yesterday afternoon. But you know what? Yesterday morning's beach walk was fun. What was amazing is that we got to see a dolphin yesterday morning. You know, you just never know what you're going to see out here. A dreary, gloomy day like yesterday, and we got to see a dolphin. I love my mornings out here. I love them. It's a great way to start my day. Can come out here and kind of clear my head. Little snowy egret up the beach. I don't know if you see that little white dot. He just caught himself breakfast. Or one little piece of breakfast. Swallowing down a fish. But look at that blue sky. I am looking forward to seeing Roy here. Looking forward to seeing what he's wearing. He usually dresses up like an Eskimo when the temperature goes below 70. I do have a sweatshirt on this morning. Got my bathing suit on, but got my swim trunks and a sweatshirt. I'm a Florida boy. There's little piles of shells along the way here. I'm just kind of stopping and checking them out, but nothing's just jumping out at me. I'm sure if I'd take my time, I'd find something interesting down here. Good morning. I'm sure I would find something interesting, but nope. Oh. I don't see anything down there. Just little piles, see, just like this. Now, if Scott and Linda come out here, you know, they're going to find all kinds of shells out here. If they get out of bed and come out to the beach, they'll probably find some nice stuff out here. Maybe even some shark's teeth. That's if they get out of bed this morning. You know how it is when you get old. You can't get up when it gets cold. I hope they're listening. Well, no dead fish on the beach. That's a good sign. So far, no dead fish. I'm just getting down to where Roy sits, down by the pine trees here. I mean, the water is definitely off color, definitely not clear in its pristine, beautiful self here. But I've seen much worse, that's for sure. I've seen much worse. Just the other day, it was much worse. Just the other day when we were seeing, well, I caught one on video, that little fish that died while I was filming. But that was happening all along the beach up in Area 5, the little fish dying just right in front of you. People walk by, they don't even realize what's going on. I pointed it out to a couple people and they were just mystified and horrified at the same time, you know, amazed and horrified at the same time at how that red tide kills the fish. Gorgeous out here. Look at that sky. Just absolutely beautiful. Jackie, good morning. Fred, good morning. Sharon, good morning. Jackie, I think we might be spending some time together. It looks like we might be spending a little time together. You and Cindy, myself, maybe even my wife. Going up and checking out that musician up there in Port Charlotte. Kim's friend. That sounds like fun. And speaking of Cindy, speak of the devil, I don't know what she's doing. She ran out there and was washing her hands in the water. Oh, Roy's up there all bundled up. All bundled up. Good morning.
He's tucked in like...
Is that a blanket? He's got a blanket on him?
He's got blankets and coats and he's all warm.
It's in the 60s.
The water's so warm.
Yeah, compared to outside now, it's great when it does that.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you the plant's a half formed tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Wave to Jackie. Say hi.
Thanks. See you soon.
Oh, I got to go check Roy out. I got to go check out the Eskimo. He doesn't have his red jacket on.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, no. Does he have his dead animal on his head? No. Let's go see what Roy looks like up here. My gosh, it's warm up here.
It feels better.
You get out of that wind.
Yeah, he couldn't. That was a little bit much. Doesn't have any meat on his bowl.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Oh, I'm getting ready to get this sweatshirt off. Starting to break out in a sweat out here on the beach.
I'm not exactly sweaty I got a pretty girl that bundled me all up.
Look
here.
at you.
Yeah.
You look like you're in a cocoon here this morning.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Darn it, I was so looking forward to seeing your old winter outfit there, your red.
I'm putting it on tomorrow.
You
believe me.
gonna wear it tomorrow?
My old down coat with a duct tape holding it down in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the hat, you gonna wear the hat? You gonna wear your rat skin hat?
I don't know where that is. Yeah, I'll look around for that.
Maybe.
Crawled away.
Yeah, I think it might have ran away. Like Cindy said, it might have ran away.
Yeah. Burrowed in a hole somewhere.
Check the attic. It might be hiding in the attic.
So tell them what we're going to do tomorrow.
It's not rat skin, it's rabbit skin.
Rabbit skin?
You pronounced that wrong.
Oh, okay. Cindy, what's happening tomorrow?
Where are we going?
Hey, I got a pretty girl that's taking me to the movies.
To the
Can you
movies.
believe it?
Very nice.
And they're gonna buy me popcorn too.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
You better put an empty seat between you, Cindy.
We're going to go see Midway. How about
Oh, that's a good movie to go see.
I
Yeah.
already saw it.
Veterans Day.
Good.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, yep.
Instead of going to the VFW.
There you
I
go.
haven't been to a movie theater since I've been a kid.
Wow. I hope you can sit still that long.
Yeah.
You get so impatient sometimes.
No, that'll be wonderful.
But you're going to go see Midway. That's a good movie. Yeah, from what I've seen. Yeah.
I saw it already. It's good.
Well, that'll be fun.
It's not a documentary, I told him. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
not,
I get to hold hands with a pretty girl.
Well, he's eating popcorn.
that's all he cares about, Cindy.
Oh,
Is
eating popcorn.
yeah.
Well, I can hold hands with one hand and eat with the other.
There you go. Well, you behave yourself. That's a married lady there.
He already asked me, does your
I
husband
already
know I'm
asked I asked her if it was cleared through her husband.
Oh, okay.
Already maintained that. Don't want anything surreptitious.
Oh, surreptitious. Good word.
I am
Surreptitious.
going home to get some things done, and I'll be right back. I need to get a coffee and some socks.
Getting a coffee. That sounds good.
I gotta get something. It's cold.
All right.
But I'll be right
Well,
back.
we'll see you when you get back.
Was it
All right.
you told me, so yeah, thanks a
I'll be
million,
back.
Cindy. Thank you so much. Bless you.
What'd you
Was
say?
it you that told me you knew a lady that was involved with the VA? Somebody told me that.
The VA?
Yeah, some lady friend was coming and she was big on getting pensions arranged.
Really? No, that wasn't me.
I wonder who that was. It was on the beach yesterday, somebody told me that.
Well, the the VFW, they help people. There's a guy there that kind of helps people do that.
Well, they've been helping me for the last 12 years.
The VA?
Yeah, or 7 years.
Yeah.
I first applied in 2012.
Well, it'd be nice if you get a whole bunch of back pay, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it though?
Haha.
Well, just a pension would be awfully nice.
Yeah, but get that back pay would be even nicer.
I wonder if you got a pension if you didn't get injured. I don't know.
I don't know. Have to find out.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But you do get benefits. You do get benefits as a veteran that I'm sure you're not using.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me that the amount of money you make, you qualify for a couple $100 in food. You know, you get a little card that you can use for food. Yeah, they call it an EBT card.
Oh, I got an EBT.
Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you took care of that.
Yeah.
Usually you get a couple $100, sometimes $300 a month. But every little bit helps.
Yeah, you are
Every
too.
little bit helps.
I'll have to start using that card.
Well, you need to use it, absolutely, or it just goes to waste. It goes to some people that don't deserve it.
I think it works retroactive. It goes back a few months.
Does it?
I think.
Well, you gonna stick around here? Well, you probably
sure
can't.
am.
I don't think you can get out of your chair.
Now that
I think you're
plugged
kind of
in.
tied into your chair here.
Boy, there's still a breeze blowing here, though.
There's a breeze out. Yeah, there is a breeze. There is a breeze up there. I'll come back and we'll chat. We didn't hear any harmonica music or anything yesterday. You disappeared. You chickened out on me yesterday.
Well, it was a little damp, as I remember.
I don't ever remember that chasing you away. I remember walking out in the rain, singing in the rain
Yeah,
with
we
you.
did sing it in the rain.
We
didn't
used to
we?
sing in the rain.
Singing in the rain, la 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 la. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
There you go. Boy,
Singing and dancing in the rain.
you know, when you left, it stopped raining for quite a while.
I know the sun came out.
But then
Then
it
started
came
raining
down again even harder the
Yeah,
second time. It rained a lot
rained
more the
for
second
most of the
time.
day.
Yep. But then it got beautiful. Late in the afternoon, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful clouds and blue sky poking through. Welcome to Florida.
Yeah. that was really
Nobody
good.
can predict the weather down here. So you gonna be okay here? I don't want you
Oh,
freezing.
wonderful.
I don't want to come back and find a snowman sitting in your chair.
Well, I kind of feel that way, all right. The wind is still blowing here.
Well, I think you'll survive. Fire up the barbecue grill over there. All right,
Get some hot soup.
I'm gonna go walk down the beach for a little while longer, and then I'll come back. And I liked Sarah. What was it, Sarah? What was that word? Surreptitious.
Surreptitious?
Say it again.
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious. Yep, surreptitious. Yep. I like that, but think of a good word for the day. Something we haven't used.
Okay, I had one earlier, but I forgot it.
And not freezing. Yeah. It's not freezing yet. People up north are making fun of us. They're laughing at us. 60 degrees and it's cold. They're laughing at us. They're up there. It's in the 20s. It's that wind. When that wind comes through, it gets chilly. All right. I'll see you in a little while.
Okay.
All right.
Good seeing
Eat your frozen apples. There you go. So good to see Roy out here. All bundled up like a little Eskimo baby. I'll come back later and have my Sunday morning visit with him. Didn't get to really chat with him yesterday. The rain chased him away. But here we are in paradise on a Sunday morning up in North Naples, Florida. What a difference just stepping out of the shade and into the sun. Feels like it's probably almost 10 degrees warmer out here in the sun. Absolutely gorgeous. This kind of weather, this is why people flock to Florida in the winter months. Come January, I won't be out here by myself in the mornings. There'll be a lot more people out here. And maybe one of those people is going to be you. A lot of our friends are going to start showing up at the beach again. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Well, the beach is looking good so far. Still no dead fish. Haven't seen any dead fish, just some old ones. Got that whiff of the red tide up in Area 5, up by the trees. It seems to hang around up there for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the shape of the beach up there or what. But when I get a whiff of the red tide, it always seems to be up there. Don't get me wrong, there's red tide out here. There is red tide. But I think the level of concentration has dropped down a little bit, at least up along here at Del Nor-Wiggins. You can see the water's kind of cloudy. Well, I've seen so many beautiful cockle shells on the beach lately. A lot of cockles washing up on the beach. They're really neat shells. This is a pretty nice one, a little chip in the bottom there. Beautiful colors though on the cockle shells. If you enjoy these morning walks, if you like what you see, tell your friends, hit the share button. Let everybody know about the time we spend together here in the mornings. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, do not be shy, please. Introduce yourself to the group here. Let everybody know where you're watching from. That's what these morning walks are all about. It's about making new friends. And we stick together, we support each other. That's the really neat thing about this group. You'll see everybody sharing they'll share their good times and their bad times. We've got quite a few friends out there that are in need of prayer. If you got something wrong, something bothering you, physical ailment, something not going well in your life or in your partner's life or a friend's life, your pet's life, whatever. You need some prayers, don't be shy, ask for prayers. That's what we're here for. Strength in numbers. Speaking of numbers, January 19th, Sunday, January 19th, 2020. We are going to have just a casual, informal get-together. Anybody who watches these beach walks, if you're in Southwest Florida at that time, come on up to Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park. Let's put some faces to these names. It's going to be a blast. All we're asking is that you just bring a little something to share, to munch on. Bring your own beverages. But bring a dish to share. Something that's easy to make, easy to carry. But we're going to meet up in Area 4, up where Roy hangs out. Looking forward to having a good time. Looking forward to meeting you is what I'm looking forward to. Hey, and if you do come down here, if you plan on coming down around that time and you need a place to stay, do look into the Inn of Naples. Check out the Inn of Naples. They will actually do their best. If you mention Southwest Florida Television, say Rob from Southwest Florida Television told us to call you guys, they will try to hook you up with some kind of deal. It gets a little harder in our winter months here. I know friends of ours that have come in the summer, they have taken really good care of them. Jan and Jamie, when they just came down, they took really good care of them. They booked a regular little room at the Inn of Naples, and when they got here, they gave them a nice suite. That was awful nice of them. Good people at the Inn of Naples. Brittany. She is the new manager there, Brittany. Still not seeing any dead fish on the beach here. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm getting down to the south end of Area 4 now. For those of you not familiar with the park, there's 5 areas, 5 parking lots. They call them areas. Area 1, that's the closest to the front entrance, down at the south end of the park. Area 5 is up by Wiggins Pass. If you're a fisherman, you want to come out here and do a little fishing, you need to go all the way to the north end of the park up to Area 5 and head up towards the north end of the beach when you get out of your car. That's the only place you're allowed to go fishing here, is up in the north end. No swimming allowed up there. No swimming. Swimming only in areas 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a beautiful park. Great amenities. 6 bathhouses, outdoor showers. There's a concession stand where you can get snacks, suntan lotion, t-shirts, some souvenirs, even beach toys for the kids if they're getting antsy and they don't want something to play with. They also rent beach chairs and umbrellas, canoes, kayaks, paddle boards. The only thing you can't really do here, there's 2 things you can't do here that people kind of, well, there's 3 things now that I think about it. There's 3 things you can't do here at this park. Number 1, no overnight camping. You can't camp here. There's no campsites at this park, unfortunately. This park closes at sundown. And the other thing you can't do, which I'm kind of sad about, is you can't bring your dogs out on the beach here. No dogs allowed on the beach. You can bring your dogs to the park, but they have to stay up in by the trees. They're not allowed to run out onto the beach. Dog lovers kind of don't like that rule, but you know what? Rules are rules. Just abide by the rules. No dogs allowed on the beach. Then the other rule is a lot of folks like to have picnics and barbecues here, and they like to have a beer or a cocktail with it. No consumption of alcoholic beverages in the park. The consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted inside this state park. So those are the 3 things you can't do. Other than that, knock yourself out within reason. This is a beautiful place to come and recreate. And please leave the beach, the picnic areas, leave them the way you find them. Clean up after yourself. Pick up your trash. Fill in any big holes that you dig on the beach. Very important. Nobody cares. You can dig a hole to China, but fill it in before you leave, please. And if you like this park, if you care about this park, look into becoming a friend of Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park. Google Friends of Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park. Become a friend, sign up, become a friend. That membership, that money that Friends of Del Nor-Wiggins Pass raises, that money goes directly to this park. Those funds go directly to this park for upkeep and maintenance, and they're in desperate need of a golf cart right now, desperate need of a new golf cart. If there's anybody out here watching, Fred, if you hear of anybody that's got a used golf cart that's in really good condition, they really need a golf cart here. The one they have is falling apart. Anybody that works at a golf course here, it's a write-off. Donate a golf cart to Friends of Del Nor-Wiggins. They really need more of a utility style golf cart, not one that you put your golf clubs in the back, more of a utility golf cart. But anybody out there that knows of anybody that's got one or or a store, or has a friend that owns a golf cart store that needs a write-off, these guys could use it. But anyway, friends of Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park, consider becoming a friend. Join the friends, just to ensure that this park is around for the next generation to enjoy. This park is a big money maker for the Florida park systems, for Florida state parks. However, they don't get to keep all the money that comes through that gate. That gets dispersed throughout all the entire park system. So that's why they're always underfunded here. There's parks that hardly generate any income. We have some beautiful parks around here. They're just kind of an honor system. There's a little box at the gate, and they hope people drop money in when they visit the park. It's beautiful, isn't it? What an absolutely gorgeous morning. I'm at the very south end of Area 3 now. I was getting a couple little hints, a little whiffs of the red tide down here. Seems that if you stand right along the edge of the beach where the waves are breaking, that's where you can smell it, if you're gonna smell it. There's a few of our feathered friends down here. Some of our egrets. Some egrets and a couple ibises over here. Two little white ibises over here. Good morning, guys. Just beautiful. Weather-wise, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fall has finally arrived in Southwest Florida. Good morning. So many nice people out here. So many nice people. Look at that view. Is that just not gorgeous? Look at that sky. Hey, if you appreciate these walks, if you enjoy what I do, tips are always welcome. Those little tips that people send now and then go a long way, believe me. It really helps out. I really appreciate it. If you're feeling generous and you enjoy this time we spend together, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post if you want to send a little tip. And thank you. Those of you that have sent something, thank you. And those of you that are regular supporters, thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Everybody watching, you need to thank the supporters. They're a big reason that I'm able to come out here and do this. My supporters get to enjoy these morning walks every time I come out here. If you're not a supporter, now you can't watch my weekday beach walks. You can only watch them on the weekends. So you got a lot of catching up to do. A lot of things happen in a week here, in that 5-day period. So you should really consider becoming a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. It is really starting to warm up now. Really starting to warm up out here. Excuse me. Well, we're actually getting into the north end of Area 1 here now. Getting into the north end of Area 1. Just up where these pine trees are. And no dead fish on the beach yet. Haven't seen any dead fish. If there were any, the rangers may have picked them up. I can definitely smell the red tide in the air here. Definitely. Well, it's getting the time to turn around and head back up the other direction here. Come down here just a little further, then turn around and head back up the beach. Maybe we'll get lucky, see a dolphin or something on the way back up there. Just never know. You never know what we're going to see out here. Good morning. That is what makes these live feeds so much fun. You just never know what you're going to see, when you're going to see it, or where you're going to see it. Just just a couple days ago. I was just getting ready to sign off and say goodbye, and I caught a dolphin out of the corner of my eye, and we followed a dolphin down the beach. That was just a couple days ago. A few days ago. That's why you got to stick around. Stick around with me in the morning here. Well, I have made it down to the boardwalk in Area 1, down in parking lot 1. And the first boardwalk, it's over there on the left over here. So we almost covered the entire beach this morning. But now it is time, definitely time to turn around and start heading back. So let's go and let's keep our eyes open, see if we see some dolphins or anything else of interest. I haven't heard any ospreys up in the trees here. Haven't heard them. But there's a look up our beautiful, beautiful beach here at Del Norwegians on a Sunday morning, on a glorious Sunday morning at that. Glorious, absolutely glorious. Just ask Roy. Even though he's freezing his butt off. Oh, look at all the fish. Check this out. Look. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. All these little bait fish in the waves. You can see them kind of glittering in there. See the little silver reflections in the waves? Thousands of them. There's a couple jumping out of the water there. Just little tiny things, but when the sun hits the side of their bodies, you see these little silver reflections in there. The water's just teeming with them along here, teeming with them. I don't know if you can see them in the video or not. Those little flashes of light in the water. It's good to know they're out there. Good to know there's some life out here in the water. Very cool. You can really see them when the waves come in. You can like look through the waves and see the fish in them. It's kind of neat. There's plenty of them along here. Just want to snap off a quick photo. Don't go anywhere. It's kind of neat watching the waves break here. Watch these waves breaking. They're breaking on an angle here. It's just beautiful. Just gorgeous. The sights and the sounds out here are just spectacular. Red tide. As long as you stay out of the surf line here, it's not bad. What a gorgeous view. What a gorgeous view. Our park here is just so beautiful. So beautiful. It looks like blue is the color of the day, that's for sure. Blue is definitely the color of the day. I have not heard any ospreys up in the pine trees this morning. I don't know where they're hanging out at or hiding out at. I'll give you a good compressed look at our beach here. Hang on one second, gotta reset the gimbal. Zoom in here. make the beach look shorter. You can see all the way up there to Fort Myers Beach. You can see the condos up on Fort Myers Beach. Beautiful morning. Roy is excited. He's going to go to the movies with Cindy tomorrow. He's a happy camper. She's going to take him to go see Midway on Veterans Day. That's kind of appropriate. Good morning. This is one of the things I love about coming out here in the mornings is the shadows of the trees stretching across the beach. So beautiful. This is the north end of Area 2 Beach here at Del Nor-Wiggins. Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park. This is the north end of Area 2. Always a beautiful view here looking up the beach. Always gorgeous here in the mornings. The sun coming through the boardwalk, the shadows of the boardwalk, the blue sky, the green trees. Just beautiful. Here's another one of my favorite views. I've got some favorite spots here. I like taking photos, and you know, some little vantage points. This boardwalk here in Area 2 is one of them. I love the view from up here. Oh, another one of my favorite little spots to take pictures and shoot some video from up here. Just some interesting little angles there. Right there's one of my places that I like to take a photo. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous this morning. Can't get over it. Nice temperature change. Another angle you've seen in my photos right here. You've seen this one a lot. It's really nice when all the sea oats are blooming here in front of me. But I think they're about done. That's just gorgeous, isn't it? Truly, truly breathtaking. A lot of mornings we will see an osprey sitting right up here in this tree. All I see up there now are some blackbirds. Well, no signs of any dolphins yet, darn it. It's been kind of a quiet morning. That dang red tide. I get close to the shoreline, and you get a whiff of it here in the waves that are breaking. Couple little snowy egrets and two snowy egrets and two white ibises. These are the ibises with the big orange beaks, bills. The white ibis. We got a late start this morning. But I covered a lot of ground today. Covered a lot of beach. It's been a while since we've been down this far. You know, it's really sad. This is a sad, sad sight. This kite has been hanging up in this tree now for probably a year. This old kite got all tangled up in the tree. That is such a sad sight, seeing that up there. It's such an eyesore. You just can't get it down. They cannot get it out of that tree. And that just shows you how plastic. How long is it going to be there? That could be stuck up there for the rest of our lives until the branch breaks off. But the tail of that thing is all wrapped around the tree up there. Sad, sad, sad. If you're out here flying kites, stay the heck away from the trees. Come on, use your noodle. Use your common sense. Common sense is something that I think is disappearing these days. The water up here definitely has a different color to it than down to the south, down in Area 1. Here you can definitely see it's got more of a reddish brown color. Definitely a different color here because of the red tide. This is the north end of Area 3. I'm at the north end of Area 3. Noticeable difference in the color of the water here. I'm seeing some fish jumping out of the water here as I'm walking along. Every once in a while I'll see something jump out. Still hoping to catch one of our dolphins. One might have snuck by me, you never know. They can do that. They can sneak by. Especially when the sky is blue like this and the water's picking that blue up, they have a tendency to blend in if they're not really jumping up out of the water. There's a nice little jewel box shell. A little jewel box shell. You can find a lot of these little jewel boxes on the beach. Half of a jewel box shell. It's got a little pink left inside there. Sometimes you get lucky and you'll find these and they have all these little spikes on them. They look like little porcupines. Very, very cool. There's several kinds of these jewel box shells. Another very common shell we find here is the fighting conch, the Florida fighting conch. That's about the average size of them right there, the Florida fighting conch shell. But they are fairly common. You'll find them in all conditions. The Florida fighting conchs. There's not much left of that one. It's all faded out. There's one they call that a twisty when it's broken like that. You can see they're fairly common. The fighting conch, the Florida fighting conch shell. Slowly making my way back up the beach. I hear an osprey now. I just heard an osprey. Darn it, he's behind me. He's back in the trees behind me. Our friends Lee and Judy that were down here last week. I hope you guys made it home safe, Lee and Judy. What a great time we had out here at the beach. Lee playing his guitar, Judy dancing with Roy on the beach. Man, that was awesome. You guys are wonderful. I love seeing Roy having a good time out here. When Roy is happy, I'm happy. I can definitely tell Roy is starting to wear down. His batteries are getting a little weak. Got to keep Roy in your prayers. What's fun is to go back in time, go back and watch some of the older beach walk videos. When I first met Roy, it's almost 4 years ago. Hey, if you enjoy these beach walks, if you appreciate what I do out here, tips are always welcome. A little tip now and then goes a long way. I do thank those of you that have sent something, those of you that send something on a regular or semi-regular basis. You guys are wonderful. But I do appreciate that. It's just that extra little bonus that lets me know that you like what I'm doing out here, that extra confirmation. If you want to send something, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. And again, I do thank you. Got some great people out here following along. Great friends. Just been absolutely beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning out here. Love it. I love having you along for the walk. Remember, Monday through Friday, you have to be a supporter of Southwest Florida Television if you want to enjoy these morning walks and our time together. So if you're not a supporter, consider becoming a supporter. It costs you about a cup of coffee at Starbucks, maybe even a little less depending on what you drink. And if it wasn't for our supporters, I would not be out here, believe me. There's no way my wife would allow me to be out here doing this. It's kind of borderline right now, by the way. I'd like to see some more supporters sign up. And there's where Roy hangs out. Oh, I see Ursula over there. Ursula's sitting there with Roy. . I'm going to call it a morning here on the live feed. Check back later for my Sunday morning visit with Roy. See if he comes up with a word for us for the day. I think he will. I gave him some time to work on it. Get him to play his harmonica. See what other stories he wants to share. Do take the time to check out my photos, other photos and videos here on Southwest Florida Television's Facebook page. When you see something you like, hit the like and share button. Sharing is just as important as liking. That's how we spread the word about what we're doing here in the mornings. Well, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'll see you out here tomorrow morning. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.